recipe packet. It's a good time for you to kind of, we don't know. And if you have any questions at this point, except for the dessert, you will eat everything else. And so this is a good time to ask questions and for me to give you any tips or tricks that I can think of, for making this a little bit easier. The white bean dip, as I said, you can make that ahead of time. It keeps in the refrigerator for about 3 days, but the beans themselves, just cooked, you can put in the freezer, indefinitely, like 6 months in a Ziploc bag. At home, I have a vacuum sealer.
Oh, good.
There's just my husband and I, and so if I vacuum seal everything, I know that it's going to be in the freezer without freezer burn for a very long time. We love cheese, and if I vacuum seal the cheese, I can keep that in the fridge for a very long time. So I think a vacuum sealer is something that, a lot of us think, just people that do cereal cooking use those, but, it's great for a lot of things. So anyway, with the white bean dip, rosemary is the traditional herb that you would use with this, but you could also fry sage with the garlic, and that would be a nice complement to it as well. Some people don't like rosemary, so if you don't like rosemary, sage is a good alternative. But does anybody have any questions about that? I have sometimes baked this white bean dip with Parmigiano Reggiano on the top of it, 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, and so it gets nice and bubbly and delicious, and so it's a hot dip, so you can do either way. 350 degrees, 15-20 minutes, you've got, nice gooey cheese on the top, and that great bean dip on the bottom. The minestrone soup that we did, any questions about that? The farro is not gluten-free, as we found out at the break. So if you needed to know that, it is not gluten-free. But you can use any grain that you like. If you decide you want to do spelt or you want to do barley, barley will thicken that soup really nicely. It works really well.
Roughly the same.
Yeah, and the same amount of liquid. If you wanted to do some kind of rice with that, I would probably do an arborio, like the risotto that you're eating right now, just because it will get nice and creamy and thick in there, but it will cook nicely. Same proportions, same amount of liquid.
But flavor is fantastic.
Any questions about the braciole? You're eating that now. That sauce is terrific. If you wanted to do like a rump roast or a pot roast or something, you could do it in that sauce. It would take for a rump roast probably about an hour under pressure, high pressure, and then let it go down naturally. It's very important to cook the meat until it's falling apart tender.
So in an electric, if
Yes.
you wanted to do, say, like a pot roast,
Yes,
how long?
same thing.
Okay.
It's the same in electric, it's just that you can do everything in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can saute anything in there. What I would do for the braciole or a pot roast is make the sauce first in the pressure cooker, then add your beef, and then put the top on, and then you're done. That's it. And I always recommend that if you do buy a pressure cooker, look at the instruction booklet that comes with it, even if you have a cookbook that you're using, because all of them are different. And your time here is really a product of me doing it in the electric in here and getting a sweet spot about where you're going to need it. Okay?
So the recipes in your book obviously
work for
can be
any of
used.
these.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. And the risotto. 7 minutes, no stirring.
That's delicious.
I love it.
I'm just floored by that.
When the risotto was finished, I stirred it, I tasted it, it was just at the right point. Then I added butter and I added Parmigiano Reggiano to it. The ambient heat in the pot will melt the butter and melt the cheese as well. Same thing in the Cuisinart, the electric. It works the same way. So you can saute everything in there, put R2D2's head on, and then and the sage is a traditional garnish. Very traditional in that area. So if you like that, I would recommend it. If you fry sage leaves, you can keep the fried sage leaves in the freezer in Ziploc bags. So if you just want to do, mashes, you can do that. And then get them out and warm them up a little bit. Okay? Room temperature will get them down where you can put them on the hot. Okay? And these are the Kodachrome that we did with the electric pressure cooker. It's not diddly, perfect, not cracked, it's wonderful, and you're getting the children that we did yesterday. So hopefully you will try desserts in your pressure cooker. And as I said, the cheesecakes are some of the best I've ever had. And a 7-inch springform pan will work perfectly in there. And with a pressure cooker, how do you get that springform pan in and out? You make a sling. And I'm just going to demonstrate this. I'm not going to get the aluminum foil, but you would take a piece of 24-inch aluminum foil, heavy duty. Then you would fold it in half again, and then you put the pretend this is a 7-inch springform pan, and I've got a 24-inch piece of aluminum foil, and you would lower it into your pressure cooker, and then you kind of tie this up at the top so that when it's done, you can lift it out again. That sling, I don't throw away. I keep it because it doesn't get dirty, and I fold it up and put it in the pressure cooker, so I've always got it available. So that sling is really important to me. Now, the other things that you cannot do in the pressure cooker, because you have a steamer basket in most of them, do not use a silicone steamer basket in one of these because they're not made for this, okay? The silicone bands that we use to tie our bracciole, you can do that in here, but not a silicone steamer, okay? So any of the silicone products that are made for using in the oven or hot things, they are not going to work with this, but because those silicone bands are made for oven cooking, you can use them. So,
Thank you.
okay, any questions? Yes, sir.
Cheesecake and pressure cooker, make your crust.
Yes.
The pressure cooking process itself, doing it into the
My goodness.
The crust is, it is,
This is like Top Chef.
no, but when I do a crust in the pressure cooker with a cheesecake, I don't go up the sides. I just do the bottom because the crust isn't the main event here. And with some cheesecakes, where you make a crust that's got nuts and all kinds of other stuff, that's the main event because the rest of the cheesecake is, just a little flavoring. But with this, it doesn't get crispy on the bottom, but it is a crust that solidifies in the pressure cooker, and once it's chilled,
Now you'd think there would
it's
be nutmeg in here.
it's fine. It cuts really well and everything. No, I wouldn't rebake it. We tried doing that and it really did not work. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. Any other questions? Okay, well, I am going to be here until you leave the store. So, and then we have, do we have Thanksgiving tonight? Do we have any graduates of doing a Thanksgiving dinner? Yay! We're going to do a whole Thanksgiving dinner, and on Thanksgiving Day, all you have to do is roast the turkey. It's life-changing.